Chapter 23 Tang San was dumbfounded. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After graduating from NaN College, Huo Feng bought some things and went back to the village. The purpose is naturally to visit old Jack, thanks to him for taking care of me and helping me before. When the latter heard that Huo Feng was going to study at a more advanced Soul Master Academy, he was so happy that his lips almost reached the back of his head. Now, look at the old guys and other villages around. Who dare to show off in front of him? Huo Feng only stayed at home for one day. After all, apart from old Jack, there is nothing else to commemorate in Holy Soul Village. Before leaving, Huo Feng secretly gave old Jack 10 gold soul coins. Under the latter's shocked eyes, he left the village, finally arrived at Soto City. Looking at the dazzling array of shops on both sides of the road, Xiao Wu's face was full of curiosity. After learning that Huo Feng was going to an academy called Shrek, she expressed her intention to follow without a second thought. Even though this academy didn't even have grades, she didn't care at all. As the second largest city in the Barak Kingdom, Soto City is many times larger than Ning City. The bustling flow of people kept going back and forth, and soldiers on patrol could be seen everywhere, making it extremely lively. It looks quite fun here. Let's play for 2 days, right? Xiao Wu pouted her red lips and asked tentatively. Huo Feng waved his hands indifferently and said, "Whatever. Anyway, there is still 1 week left before Shrek Academy's entrance exam." Moreover, according to the original plot timeline, Tang San should have arrived at Soto City at noon today. The reason why Huo Feng arrived half a day early was naturally because he had his own ideas. Tang San will definitely have a conflict with Dai Mubai by then, and now Tang San, who was only a 25th level Great Soul Master, would not be the latter's opponent at all. I'm afraid that it will be directly defeated. At that time, he suddenly appeared by coincidence and was a good friend from the same village and college. Huo Feng was naturally obliged to stand up for Tang San. Then Dai Mubai was sacrificed without anyone noticing. Among the Shrek 7 monsters, the most powerful one is Dai Mubai. After getting rid of him before going to the academy, it will be much easier for the remaining 4 people. At the same time, 50 miles away from Soto City, Tang San was riding a carriage, heading towards the direction of Soto City. Although he didn't quite understand why the teacher insisted on letting him come to Shrek Academy, which didn't even have a ranking, but since the teacher insists so much, there must be a reason for it. Ever since he obtained the second spirit ring, Tang San had simply obeyed Yu Xiaogang's words, let him go west, and he will never go east. About 4 hours later, Tang San finally arrived at Soto City. It was just afternoon, and the sun was blazing. The sun shone on his face, making Tang San sweat profusely. He simply ate something and then started looking for a place to stay. After traveling such a long way, it was tiring to travel and travel. When he saw a very unique-looking hotel, Tang San suddenly stopped. The hotel is not very big, only 3 floors high. What is striking is that the entire hotel is shaped like a rose, which is eye-catching. For some reason, Tang San always felt that this hotel had an inexplicable fate with him. It's just a simple rest anyway. Thinking of this, Tang San stepped in. The hotel lobby is filled with the fragrant aroma of roses, which is invigorating. Both the decoration and style reveal a strong sense of ambiguity. "Hello, please help me get a room." Tang San walked up to the counter, looked at the waiter and said, "Oh, it's such a coincidence that you came here. We only have 1 room left here." When the waiter was talking to Tang San, he would look out of the hall from time to time. People who come to the Rose Hotel usually come in pairs of a man and a woman. There are really not many people like Tang San who live by themselves. "Okay, then please help me open this room." Tang San nodded. He guessed that this was probably the waiter's words to show off the tight supply of rooms in his hotel. "Okay," but the waiter readily agreed and then prepared to check in. "Hey wait, I said this room should belong to me, right?" At this moment, a voice suddenly came from outside the hall. Tang San looked back and saw a man and 2 women walking into the hotel at some point. The 2 girls were beautifully dressed and tall, half a head taller than Tang San. Judging from his age, he seems to be around 18 years old. The most surprising thing is that the faces and looks of the 2 women are exactly the same. They turned out to be a pair of top-notch twins. One on the left and one on the right. They held the arm of the man in the middle and swayed. The strong scent of perfume exuded from his body directly overshadowed the scent of roses in the hotel. Tang San could smell it from a long distance away. However, his attention was on the man in the middle. The man was about 1.8 meters tall and looked to be only about 3 or 4 years older than Tang San. He was very handsome. With long golden hair hanging down behind him, the look he looked at Tang San revealed deep disdain. It turns out to be double pupils. Tang San thought to himself. He and the man looked at each other just now, and felt a cold and biting feeling inexplicably. This man is very strong. With just one look, Tang San felt a lot of pressure. According to his judgment, this person's strength should not be lower than his, and may even be slightly stronger, but relying on the Xiantian Kung that had already broken through to the second level and the Tang sect's unique skills, Tang San was confident of fighting him. Are you new here? Don't you know there is always a room reserved for me here? Dai Mubai ignored Tang San and walked directly to the counter. Call your manager out. Dai Mubai said very calmly, and the waiter's hair stood on end when he looked at him. He quickly ran away and asked the manager to come out. Hello, it seems I was here first, right? Tang San was suppressed by Huo Feng and Xiao Wu in NaN Academy for 6 full years. I kept holding a breath in my heart. I didn't expect that I would be angry when I came to book a room in a hotel. At that time, I couldn't bear it anymore. Then what? What do you want to express? Dai Mubai didn't even look back. He just answered coldly. He has never been in the habit of explaining things to others. Are you being ignored like this? Tang San couldn't bear it anymore and blurted out. It's not good, I tell you to get out. Very good. Hearing these words, Dai Mubai finally turned around. His enchanting eyes exuded a cold aura and fell on Tang San. It seems that you are also a soul master, so take action. No unnecessary nonsense. White Tiger, possessed. The moment he finished speaking, Dai Mubai directly released his martial spirit. At his feet, 3 shining soul rings rose one after another. The surging pressure instantly surged towards Tang San like a tide. The latter stumbled and almost lost his footing. Tang San was immediately dumbfounded. There was even a sense of fear. 2 yellow and 1 purple. 1,000-year soul ring. And he's still the beast martial soul fighting soul lord.